Hey, and namaste. I'm Zay with Xude Yoga, and today we are tapping into a gentle yoga flow to be your own best friend so you can love on yourself and appreciate yourself just a little more today. So last week we did a flow for self-acceptance, so feel free to do that. This is going to be like a part 2 to that. So let us know what you think of this practice, and feel free to leave some suggestions for future practices as well. Let's get into the flow. Let's begin in an easy seat of your choice. You can sit on the heels or come into a cross-leg position. Once you're here, taking a few deep grounding breaths, deep inhales through the nose, deep exhales out of the mouth or nose. Allowing the shoulders to relax. Allowing the hips to slightly tuck forward, stacking underneath the shoulders. Finding ease in the jaw and the tongue. Rotating the neck in circles. Being gentle with each rotation. As you inhale, the top of the head moves back. As you exhale, the chin moves towards the chest. Allowing the breath to guide you through this entire practice. Trusting yourself with your body. Rotating even slower. And reverse. And exhale, tucking the chin in towards the chest. You can interlace the fingers, gripping onto the back of the head, bringing the elbows close together, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Inhale, lowering the hands to the knees, bringing the crown back, stretching out the back of the neck and the spine. Doing this again, interlacing the fingers behind the head and bringing the chin in towards the chest. Elbows begin to close. And inhale, bringing the crown back, chest forward. Maybe doing this a couple more times at your own pace. Maybe as you do this, tucking the hips forward, curling the spine, being gentle with the neck as well. And last one. Rotating the neck a bit with the shoulders, creating circles with the chest and the crown. Very slowly. In reverse. Exhale, tucking the chin into the chest. Rolling the body up into a neutral spine. Rotating each shoulder back individually, moving in a serpent-like motion. You can also bring the arms out to the side. In reverse. Maybe even folding over the knees and continue moving in a serpent-like motion, stretching the base and the mid-spine. In reverse. Rolling the body back up, slowly and gently back into a neutral spine. Bringing the wrists out in front of you and rotating the wrists in either direction. Reverse. This time, taking the right palm, we're going to bring the fingertips back as you pull on the fingers, keeping the left wrist straight and stretching the base of the inside of the wrist. Now pulling on the tops of the fingers and bring the fingertips in towards the wrist. If you want more of a stretch, maybe curling the fingers a bit. And doing this a couple more times, being very gentle with the wrist. During this practice, learning to be gentle with yourself, being tender. All right, and then maybe looking out the wrist a bit. Doing the same thing on the other side. Pulling on the insides of the fingers, stretching out the insides of the wrists. Maybe lowering the right elbow a bit to ease the tension. And pulling on the tops of the fingers, bringing the wrists in towards, or the fingers in towards the wrist. Doing this a couple more times. All right, being gentle with the wrist as you fling it out. Maybe doing both simultaneously. giving yourself a hug. Grabbing onto each shoulder blade or onto the shoulders. Here, just rotating the neck. You can stack the elbows. You can also bring the elbows up, doing a slight back bend, being gentle with the shoulders. And exhale, folds. Bring the arms out to the side, rotating the shoulders. Moving in a serpent-like motion. And coming onto our backs. Extending the legs out in front of you. You could also bring the bottoms of the feet together. You have the option to place one hand on the heart, one on the sacral or solar. You can also bring the arms over the head or resting out to the side, palms facing up. Allowing yourself just to be here, to sink into this space, to acknowledge your existence here. When you're ready, inhale, we're gonna tuck the knees in towards the chest, pressing the base of the spine towards the earth, maybe slightly tucking the chin towards the chest as well. Could also rock from left to right. And from here, extending the left leg out in front, keeping the right knee tucked in. Giving your knee a hug. Palm leaning in closer towards the chest. And to feel more of a stretch, you can begin to bring it to the left. Inhale, come to center. And exhale, bring it to the right. Doing this at your own pace, being gentle with the inside of the right hip. A couple more. Exhale, release, bringing the right leg out in front. You can windshield wipe the knees, bringing the arms over the head, kicking the top leg out. You can also come into a slight twist by bringing the arm out to the side. And hugging both knees. Flexing the toes back. Pressing the base of the spine down. This time extending the right leg out in front of you, hugging the left knee in towards the chest. One deep inhale. Exhale, bringing the left knee towards the right. Inhale, come to center. Bringing the knee to the left. Following the breath. Last one. Make it deep and intentional. Exhale, extending the legs out in front of you. Or you can let your weight the knees. Rotate the wrists. Rocking onto your left side or your right, whichever you prefer. Stacking the knees and resting here. Taking as much time as you need. And only when you're ready, taking the top palm and pressing it into the surface. Gently waking and walking the body up. You can rotate the neck, the shoulders. Also do some slight twists by reaching over the head. Twisting. All right, so our last pose, we're gonna come into a squat. So out here, separating the feet about shoulder width apart, hip width apart. Just adjusting accordingly. Sinking the hips, pressing them forward. Hands come together, elbows come into the insides of the knees. And maybe if you need to turn the heels in a bit more, you can do that, just wherever you feel comfortable. And we're here, extending the top of the head upward, shifting the hips forward a bit more. Sinking deeper. You can even tuck the chin in towards the chest. Turning the toes in and folding. You can grab onto the elbows. Just allow the shoulders to relax, the top of the body to relax. Turning the toes outward, coming into the squat once more. Palms come together, elbows press into the insides of the knees, opening the inner thighs. Trusting your body here, trusting your breath. If you need to make any adjustments or modifications, feel free to do so. So bring the knees in, stretching the hips a bit more. And exhale, release, placing the hands behind you, coming into a seat. You can bring the legs out in front of you once you wipe the knees. And coming into a comfortable seat of your choice, or you can lie in Shavasana as we close out this practice. I'm going to suggest another video for you to continue flowing. You can flow for the next 5 to 10 minutes if you like. And only when you're ready, let's once you find yourself in a comfortable seat or Shavasana, taking deep inhales through the nose, deep exhales out of the mouth or the nose. Breathing through the center of the stomach. Maybe even giving yourself a gentle hug. Thank you so much for showing up for yourself, showing up for this practice, trusting me and guiding you through this flow. And until we flow next time, namaste.